The 1971 Boss 351 Mustang signaled the end of the golden age of muscle cars. The 2022 Mecum auction in Orlando will feature this beautifully restored Boss. What made this Mustang such a potent performer? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. No, we're not going to host a Charles Dickens literary class, but instead opine about a muscle car born in the early 1970s. You see, the early 70s was the best of times since some of the hottest muscle cars to ever be made hit the streets, but with rising fuel prices and government regulations, it was also the end of an era. Yeah, after 1971, performance muscle started going downhill before falling off the cliff in 1974. But Ford had something special planned for 1971, the Boss 351 Mustang. And the one you see here is for sale at the 2022 Mecum Orlando auction. How much power did the 351 Cleveland V8 make in the 1971 Mustang Boss? The 1971 Mustang Boss 351 was one of Ford's last true muscle cars, and they only churned out 1,806 of them in their single year of production. This was one of Ford's hottest performing small block cars, and it was all thanks to the R-Code V8 351 Cleveland under the hood. It spat out 330 horsepower at 5,400 revolutions per minute and 370 pounds-to-foot of twist at 4,000 revolutions per minute, more than enough to slap around many big blocks. In fact, the performance of the Boss 351 was only a tick under the previous Boss 427 Mustang. Sure, the 1969 Boss 302, which duked it out with Camaro Z/28S in Trans Am racing, and the 1969 Boss 427, which was built so Ford could field the big block in NASCAR, were cool, but Ford's departure from racing along with the aforementioned emissions requirements killed those cars in 1970, and began the automotive slide into malaise. Mustang sales, which had once reached well over 500,000, slumped to under 200,000.